Hi, I'm Tom.
And I'm Molly.
Welcome to Forensic Gameology, hosted by MoonlightCrew.com.
Reviews for science.
In 7 minutes or less.
Castle Panic, the Dark Titan expansion is what we are discussing today. It is a mini expansion that brings on just a few new the castle deck cards and quite a few monsters. And then it brings on this big, call him a big bad, like the big bad monster.
Boss.
He has 8 hit points, but there are five different iterations of this monster, Agronach. I don't know if I ever get that one right. Agronach. And so different things happen in the game. So each game is different. It brings an extra little hero thing and some extra help tokens that come out as well that are in the monster bag. So it brings a few monsters. Other than that, it's the same basic kill the monsters before they kill your castles. If you survive all the monster attacks with at least one castle, you win the game. So it's a co-op. If you're not familiar with Castle Panic, it's a co-op. You are all working together, except there is one winner. Whoever kills the most.
Right.
Yeah, so that's pretty much the game. Simplicity versus complexity.
Castle Panic base game is simple. This, just by essence of introducing new things, does raise the complexity. However, I think this is a simple expansion, more so than the Wizard's Tower.
Yes.
And this game, with this expansion, still keeps a very simple, easy to introduce game for, say, family games, people who are new to gaming, as just a little bit heavier than a filler.
Yeah.
The simplicity is there.
I would agree. I would say that Wizard's Tower brings in a lot more, so I'm definitely hesitant to bring that expansion in.
Should we say Wizard's Tower was the first expansion?
The first expansion of Castle Panic, yes.
Dark Titan is the second expansion.
And it brings out a lot more monsters. The play rate for that one is just a lot. You have a lot new, different monsters that do a lot of different things. Fun, but just more complex than this. This is very simple compared to that, but it does raise the complexity and makes it a little more challenging.
Luck versus strategy.
I would say it's lucky. This game has a lot of luck in what monsters come out and what order the things that make you discard stuff. Giant boulders rolling through. Giant boulders kill everything in their path, and you just roll a die. And it could be your last tower, or it could be the big monster, or I guess it doesn't kill the big bad, but it could be a monster or two. So yeah, I would say there's a lot of luck in that, but I think there's definitely strategy in what you choose to discard, what you choose to trade, and what you choose to kill, and what you choose to leave alive.
So I think this has a large margin of luck. The very first time we played, this Cavalier who fights for you can only come out if you play a card. However, there's a tile or token when you draw it out of the monster bag that says exile the top card of the deck.
Oh.
We exiled the Cavalier. We're like, we can't even play with the new piece. So there's some luck there. Like Molly said, there's a lot of strategy, which is why I really do like this as an introduction when I show new gamers cooperative games or even just games.
Yeah.
I like this because there's some luck and the balance with strategy is really well done. You do need to know, what should I hit now? What should I save this card for? Should I discard this card to draw a new one? I generally do that, but maybe this time I won't because it's helpful to use the cards I have in my hand right now.
Yeah.
I think there's a fine balance between luck versus strategy, although there are large helpings of both in this game.
Yes. Fun versus boring.
This game is fun. I think the expansion is fun. It adds a little bit of complexity, like I said, which that's where it's subjective. Do you want to play that simple base game that we bought into in the first place, or do you want to raise the stakes a little and have a gigantic monster and all sorts of just everyone discards a card and can only have -1 to their hand size for the rest of the game or until it's dead? That's complex, but I think it adds to the fun. I like this expansion. I would generally say we should play with it when we've played with people that have played before. I think I've enjoyed myself in that there are just new, exciting things going on here.
Yeah, I think this is a fun little expansion. I think that it raises the complexity and makes it a harder game. It raises the complexity in what you're doing, but also meaning there's more monsters. But it raises the complexity and making it more challenging. But not as much as Wizard's Tower. Like Tom said, in that game where we didn't get to use the Cavalier, I think we won.
We still won.
Yeah, but the same. If you take that same vein and take it to Wizard's Tower, where you have one Wizard's Tower that gives you a whole deck of cards, and if you lose that deck of cards, or if you lose that tower, you don't get to use that deck of cards. And if that happens in the beginning because of a giant boulder or something,
you're dead.
Yeah, it's really hard to win after that because it is so hard to win anyways with that deck. So I really liked what they did with this one in making it so that it's still more difficult than it would be with the Cavalier, but it's still way doable. So I think this is a fun little expansion, and the fact that there are 5 different of these makes it fun. You don't know which one you're going to get when you start the game.
I would give this a 7 on Board Game Geek using the rating system. I'm generally willing to play, and I would definitely introduce this to new gamers or pull it out as a family game.
I'd give this an 8. I'd give this expansion an 8. I'm willing to add it to the base game anytime, most times, and have a little fun.
We're in the credits because we play tested this, so take that with a grain of salt. Everything we said,
partial to
but
the game.
It's just nice being in the same headquarters as Fireside Games here in Austin.
Yeah, we've presented the evidence.
You be the judge.